What's up, guys? This is Puerto Rican Boy, and this is part 8 of Ratchet and Clank going Commando. So, after doing those painfully bad racing missions, now we're gonna do the really cool and easy flying missions, or space combat missions, whatever you want to call it. Fuck you. But before that, cutscene.
Under attack.
Can't outrun them. Let's hope these weapons work.
And now once again we're doing the same missions in that we have to kill all the enemies, and then we get a second wave, and then we have to kill enemies again. How awesome is that? And really, I don't find it that difficult. Make sure you make good use of your maneuvers, roll around a lot. If you feel like you're getting disoriented, you feel free to straighten the ship, because you do get to spin around a lot. You'll end up upside down because you are in space. There is no up in space. So, well, actually there is an up, but since it's space, technically there is no up. But for the ship there is, so you can straighten. So, make sure you do that. And, you should be fine. One thing I am doing is breaking those little crystal rocks, and that's because they drop rare Ratanium. Rare Ratanium is used to buy ship upgrades, which I'll be getting later on. So, when you're doing these missions, make sure you go for the rare Ratanium. Sometimes the enemies will drop it too, but you can't really rely on that 100% of the time. You do want to go and get those rocks. And right now my shields are down. I don't know why. I mean, that doesn't really happen that much. Oh my god, my health is really going down, isn't it? If you can, pray that you get partial shield, because it does give your shield back. Because you see, for space combat, the reason why it's so easy is because not only do you have a shield, but you also have health, regular health. So in essence, you have 2 health bars, and that does make you pretty tough and endurable. And look at that, I got my shield back. So guess what? I'm definitely gonna win. Well, actually, I would have won, but you're gonna see what happens here that I don't. See, I get a little greedy and I go for this. And then, oh, there goes half my health. And then, boom! Oh, I died. I think I jump cut. Yeah, I jump cut, yeah. It's because I don't want to waste your time. So I just jump cut to the end. Actually, I think I jump cut a bit further than that. I mean, I was only in the beginning of the wave, but I just skipped to the end. But whatever.
Yeah, a difficult challenge, but one that a trained commando.
Hold on. I'm intercepting a transmission.
Did you trace that?
Coordinates locked in. We are headed there now.
Now, before we go to the next planet, which is No Tech, I'm going to do the challenges. There's only 4 challenges in each space mission level, and really these missions and the first one we already did, which is the story mission. So there's 3 other ones that we can play for bolts, and you want to take up these opportunities. You're a fucking idiot if you don't, because these missions are incredibly easy. So the first one is kill space wasps. They pose no threat to you. They barely will ever attack you. Actually, I don't think they attack you at all. So, really, it's only the time limit that might get you. But that's about it. Okay, so I have 43 rare Ratanium. That's actually pretty cool. Usually per playthrough, I usually go only 30 rare Ratanium in one playthrough, but I'm kind of happy that I got as many as I did, because it really helped out. course, I only need 30, but it does help that I do end up getting 50 Raritanium for this playthrough. Because there are 2 weapons I really want that will really make this very simple. Okay, for this mission, you're supposed to kill 10 ships. However, the thing about it is that these ships are actually very powerful and strong because they can take a lot of damage. So they have a lot of endurance. So that's why there's only 10 ships that you have to destroy. But apart from that, it's actually pretty easy. I mean, you can really wail on these things. Just because they have more health doesn't mean they're smarter and have better maneuvers and tactics. So you can still outsmart them. It's just a matter of, you have to shoot them a lot longer. And once again, this is really easy. So I really don't see why people didn't like space combat so much. It's so easy. I mean, it's free bolts. This is what I meant by free bolts. You get a shit ton of bolts from some of these missions, especially towards the end. And it's almost unfair, to be quite honest, because it's so easy. Really easy that, it almost made up for the fact that I didn't do that many racing missions before, Usually I do as much. If there's like an opportunity to make bolts, I usually make the most of it. But I didn't really do that much with the racing missions, but the space missions more than make up for it. One thing I would recommend is just saving 1 missile per ship, because you do have 10 torpedo missiles. Now this one, this is really easy. All you have to do, this is the most easiest mission ever. Seriously, I felt like I was exploiting the game or breaking it because of how well I did. Seriously, I just left this guy in the dust. It's a ring race. But you see, what you can do is if you constantly tap the boost button, you can go super fast but without using fuel, because boosting uses up fuel, and then if you run out of fuel, then you have to wait a while. But in this case, I didn't have to, because guess what? If you just simply repeatedly tap the square button, you don't waste any of that fuel. So pretty much I just blasted through this race like nothing. Seriously, there was like no challenge in this, but it rewards you the most bolts, so it's supposed to be thought of as the most difficult challenge, but it's not. And the game doesn't even penalize you that much for missing rings. Like, I don't even know how many rings you have to miss to lose, to be quite honest, because the game is very lenient in just letting you miss a ring. If only Jak 2 was like that, that would be so cool. Anyways, I'm going to end the commentary here because the rest of it is just